If we do nothing about it, we shall produce citizens who can only communicate with those in their own language stream. And even in 20 years from now, we shall still have a people divided by the barriers of language into 4 linguistic groups.
We are a nation that has always remembered its history while looking to the future, and language has been vital in keeping the balance. But this balance did not happen overnight. As a young nation trying to find its footing in a rapidly changing world, Singapore's language policies needed a clear direction from the start. The study of a second language would be made compulsory. In the early days, this was an uphill battle. For some who were educated in their mother tongues, the English language came with the baggage of our colonial beginnings, and with it, a world that seemed unfamiliar. For others who grew up in English-speaking households, their own mother tongues felt foreign and distant, only to be used in classrooms. But despite these struggles, one thing became clear. There was value in mastering more than one language.
If you ask me which language I was more skilled in, I would tell you that English and Chinese are actually very different to me. For me, English is the language of business and work. I use it to negotiate with partners and investors all over the world. It equips me to be a part of that conversation. I use Chinese when it comes to my emotions and matters of the soul. Perhaps it is because it was the language of my childhood. It brings me comfort. Both languages made me who I am.
I believe that languages act as a gateway to the world. It lets you engage on a deeper level with those who speak it and understand the nuances in their words. Learning a new language has given me new perspectives and a deeper understanding of the culture of the language. It has impacted how I act, feel, and think. I found that I could appreciate different ways of seeing the world.
The women in my family each reflects a different milestone of how language has evolved for Singapore. Having seen this, I've come to appreciate that language defines our identity and our relationships with the world around us. It's not just a subject, it is a way of life.
When I moved to a new country to pursue my passion, being bilingual meant that I would be heard and understood. It took a lot of work to learn Chinese, but I managed to master the language, and with it, many barriers have been broken down. Learning a new language opens up the world to you. But I know that the English I speak at home will always carry the memories of my childhood and my experiences there.
As a nation that speaks not with one tongue, but many, English will be a unifying force. A common language that connects us to the rest of the world. Our mother tongue languages will be a reflection of our diverse experiences and backgrounds. A source of inspiration that unites us with each other. They come alive when we understand what they mean to us. They show us all the other parts of our identity. And when we begin to think, dream, and imagine in these languages as well, we use them to chart our hopes and wishes for the days ahead.